Glitter Plus. Help us, Christine. We need your help. That's Dr. Christine. Is that Dr. Christine Lahti? Oh my God. Christine Lahti in space. She's in space now. Starring Christine Lahti as Dr. Christine Lahti and Alyssa Milano as Space Nurse. Christine Lahti, will you report to the nurse's station? In space. She has lots of friends and lots of patients, and her boss is also played by Alyssa Milano. So many special guest stars. Daphne Zuniga plays a pencil. Christine Lahti in space.
Christine Lahti in Space. Season 2, Episode 5, Nurse 482. In this backdoor pilot...
Oh my God, I love a backdoor pilot.
Space Nurse is devastated to discover that she's been ranked 482 out of 483 space nurses in all of space.
No.
Thanks to Monique sneaking back in to mess up her precious chart record as a joke.
Oh, Monique, we thought we'd solved it, and it still happened.
I mean, she's bitter
She's
after the
very
breakup.
bitter, yeah. And now she found a pencil that would comply.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she leaves Space Hospital and travels to Earth, where she bunks with no-nonsense vet Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Oh, my God.
So they got her in for 2.
Yeah.
And Dr. Lahti's own beloved crested gecko Sunset.
Oh, was it back on Earth now?
Yeah, it was just while she was on sabbatical.
Oh, okay. The sabbatical's finished. Okay.
Yeah. Time is the thing. Together, this unlikely trio band together to solve crime, though often unsuccessfully.
Oh, no.
And when that doesn't work, they give being a throuple a go.
No.
With sexy consequences. Meanwhile, Dr. Christine Lahti sends well wishes. Also starring Catherine Hellmond as Ruth, their fed-up neighbour and landlord, who has a dark secret, though the writers haven't quite figured out what it is yet.
Oh, my God, no.
Editor's note. This is the TV Guide editor.
Yeah.
Nurse 482 has not been picked up, and Space Nurse will return to Space Hospital next week. Her original chart record has been reinstated. When the name came through, I was like, what am I going to do with this? And I was like, well, Space Nurse, it's been a popular show.
Yes.
They would want to spin off, at least a backdoor pilot.
A backdoor. I love a backdoor pilot. I mean, right. I love a backdoor any job. Whoever's back there, I don't mind. I love a backdoor pilot, and I think because we established in the last episode, Space Gecko was in space, Cheryl Lee Ralph was on sabbatical, and they've tried to jam this one back in because they're like, well, we filmed it as the backdoor pilot.
Exactly.
And then it's, it hasn't been successful. So that's why it's completely gone against the, continuity. Like Discount Hairdresser is credited as Discount. She's no longer...
I mean, this was probably filmed in the hiatus.
Yeah, exactly. She's no longer, we all know she's now a mid-price royal hairdresser. So all of this and, they've tried to put on a weird framing sequence where... So this is the whole thing with Christine Lahti sending well wishes.
Yes.
She's sending well wishes to... people on the station from the future, like from now, but she accidentally sent them into the past because she used the wrong post office. She used the time traveler post office instead of the space traveler post office. Yeah. So she's gone to send her well wishes. So this is a whole framing sequence that they've just put into.
Who's she intending to send them to?
Oh, she's sending them to these three.
Yes, okay.
Because she knows that they've kind of, spent some time together on Earth.
I see. So this is how the episode begins, is we're in present time, Christine Lahti's going to do this, and it actually...
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. So she's like, oh no, I've sent well wishes to the past. And so she's like, oh, that was that time they were all on Earth together. And so then it's like flashback.
Yeah.
So that kind of explains why that is like that.
And that's fun because we get to see what they got up to
Yes.
a little bit in that 5 years.
Yeah, this is like a whole thing from the 5 years ago.
And it's a smart thing on our part to have a spin-off that we can have 5 seasons of this without needing to really cross anything over.
Yeah, exactly. It could have happened in those 5 years. We don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows what was going on in those 5 years. I mean, this episode might be so popular that we'll have to have another episode of them solving a crime on Earth.
Yes. It doesn't sort of go off into its own thing, however.
But we can go back in time and have a look because we've got to find out what happened in those 5 years in the past, which are accessed by going to the wrong post office to send well
Do you know
wishes.
what's really funny? The creators of Xena had a spin-off called Amazon High with Selma Blair and a bunch of Kiwi actors.
Oh, my God.
And Carl Urban and Danielle Cormack. And they spent a lot of money on it. It didn't go anywhere. So they just jammed it into a Xena episode and wrote a frame around it.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah, they do that all the time. They do it all the time. So, yes, that's how that works. So Space Nurse is devastated at being 482 out of 483.
Absolutely.
She doesn't know that what happened was Monique was not writing on her charts as she thought.
Oh.
What happened was Monique was writing on the Space Nurse accreditations.
Oh.
She was number 4. And they
Yes.
she put the 82 at the end.
Yeah.
And they were like, we only had 481. And Monique then put herself down as 483. So, it all comes out in the end because she solves that eventually.
And maybe Christine Lahti that's what she's working on in the future.
Yes. She's trying to send that back to the past to go, you can come back now because
Because now that I'm thinking about it, the Monique stuff happened in the present.
Yes.
But because of the post office, it all gets a bit muddled the time.
Oh yeah. So that was not Monique's first time on the station.
Sure. Okay.
So this was basically Monique was in the pilot, furious that the pilot wasn't getting picked up to series, and they're like, well, we were in the double episode thing, and they just didn't write a new story for her. And
sure.
So they made her just do the same story again. So yeah, this is like in the framing sequence explaining that Monique did that, not that she did the other. So the I don't understand the show. So the crime they have to solve is about Catherine Hellmond.
Interesting. They're fed up neighbor
slash landlord, who is hilarious. Like they don't understand why suddenly there's peals of laughter that erupt every time she says one of her lines weirdly slowly. Like they're like, why do people just keep laughing whenever she says something? It's really
and also there's a lot of
them.
Excitement to see Alyssa Milano and Catherine Hellmond together.
People
which
are.
I didn't think about, but
I mean, this is why when they're doing the investigation, so they solve crimes. The crested gecko can smell a trail, so that's what they use to find, like, to trace the criminal back to the source. So something's been stolen from Catherine Hellman's, and they're like, well, we'll find it. So Cheryl Lee Ralph holds on to Sunset and just points him at things until he starts going barking.
Beep, beep, beep.
No, he barks. He's like, because he's like, his mum was a crested gecko, but his dad was a barking gecko. So he has both. So he can bark as well. So just like,
makes sense.
And they trace it all the way back to the other side of town where they find a thief played by Judith Light. And I don't know how this show didn't get picked up because
she's stolen the spotlight, it turns out.
Yeah, she's stolen, quite a few things and has Danny Benetero locked up in the basement because she hated him that whole time. They really tried to get Tony Danza for this episode and he said no. But yeah, so they finally solve that case, and Cheryl Lee Ralph, for some contractual reason, gets to sing the reveal of the criminal in Poirot when they're all sitting around and they're like, it
Yes.
could be this,
Yeah.
it could be this, it could be this. She gets to sing that, even though they didn't really have that in this episode. She gets to sing.
She insists.
She insists on singing the exposition.
I should point out, don't forget that they turn out to be unsuccessful crime solvers.
Oh, yeah.
And then become a throuple. So just
Yeah.
reminding you.
So yeah, once they've done all that, they're like, it was definitely Judith Light. Catherine Hellman's like, oh no, I found the thing.
Yeah, I just forgot where
It was in a different room. I'm so sorry. And they're like, but we solved the crime. Like there was a crime and we solved it.
Yeah.
And then Catherine Hellman's like, there was no crime. I don't know what you're doing with this poor innocent woman.
Yeah.
And so then they just all start growling each other out, and it's a little too adult for this show. So it kind of cuts away, but you're like, I think they really did shoot like a full thing, but they just like some Kenny G saxophone comes on.
Yeah, sure.
And it's just, you see the curtains moving and just hear some, oh. But it's like, you're like, oh, I think they thought they were going to HBO with this thing or something. Like,
yes.
You can see why it didn't get picked up to series. It's too much. Yeah.
It is a lot. Look at a throuple who are unsuccessful at crime solving. And obviously, Catherine Hellman, she had the thing that was stolen but wasn't stolen in the end. But she does have a dark secret.
Yeah, that was the dark secret. She was got
that nothing was stolen.
Yeah, that nothing was stolen. That she just invents crimes.
Yes. Okay.
Like that's
why they're so unsuccessful at solving them, because they're not real crimes.
Yeah, this is, and weirdly, like they had written a bunch of scripts, and every episode they tried to solve a crime that she had, gotten wrong and that never happened. Like one time there was a dead body, and then they came home and she's like, no, it's a mannequin. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, and it would just be like, it was really the executive was like, just no one's going to go with this. It's stupid. And why do they keep having sex at the end of the episodes?
Yeah. Well, because I thought that would be a note from the network. We need it sexier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then they'll just have sex.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it didn't work.
Yeah. Was there another storyline, or just the well wishes?
Just that it wasn't picked up.
Oh yeah, no.
And the chart record has been reinstated.
Yeah. Well, that's because that was in the framing sequence that the chart record reinstated because of Monique.
Absolutely. But it was nice to spend some time with Cheryl Lee Ralph and the Gecko and see Space Nurse out in her own little world.
Yeah. And now at least we know that Cheryl Lee Ralph is still on sabbatical and enjoying space cocktails in space.
True. Yeah. Whew. But they just thought it's silly to, we've brought her in for the pilot, for the back to pilot. We'll throw her into an episode.
This is exactly why Monique's been in it again. This is exactly why she's been in it. Like they were promised ongoing work. Yeah. And then that didn't turn up. So they're like, we'll just pop you in the regular series because it's still a little bit popular. They don't make backdoor pilots from shows that aren't popular.
No, exactly.
Like you might get a Columbo out of this. You just hang on. You'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Wow, big episode again.
Oh, it's amazing. This show is incredible.
And I would say this is one of the few backdoor pilots that really hold up in terms of enjoyable. Watching it again, you don't skip this one.
No,
like sometimes you do.
Oh, you really do. Sometimes you're like, God, remember when so and so was in an episode of this? But
yes.
All right, the next episode.
I give you the title.
Oh, you give me the title, don't you?
I do.
This was your one. What am I doing? This
is
Nurse 482.
This is Nurse 482. Next week, episode 6. Mm-hmm. Why did Christine Lahti cross the road? It's the question. It's a good one.
Okay.
We need to find this out.
Okay. All right.
It's a riddle that's been going on for a long time, actually.
Find it in the next one. All right. Bye, Lahtis.
Bye, Lahtis.
Help us, Christine. We need your help. That's Dr. Christine. Is that Dr. Christine Lahti? Oh my God. Christine Lahti. In space. She's in space now. Starring Christine Lahti as Dr. Christine Lahti and Alyssa Milano as Space Nurse. Christine Lahti, will you report to the nurse's station? In space. She has lots of friends and lots of patients, and her boss is also played by Alyssa Milano. So many special guest stars. Daphne Zuniga plays a pencil. Christine Lahti in space. Glitter